Imagine you just do that in the open randomly.
Gods are fickle.
Whoa, okay. Yeah, actually does something. Like you like make a hole. Back on level 8.
Something.
I can do this. Hopefully. Defeat 16 island within 4 turns to complete the trial.
When many of the elder gods were corrupted and became what we would call demons, the god Atum, born from Gaia herself, was set upon our world to slay these monsters. The two of you have had a shared purpose. Fight well, Hunter, and he may just honor you with his blessing.
Hmm. Just going ham.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
Did you really?
Now that was something. You were too weak for this fight.
Tell him again.
Leave some for others.
We'll have to leave it there. Okay, right, he's gonna kill him straight away.
I'm the only one left standing.
Atum was unleashed and made quick work of the demons, but in the process, he became something of a monster himself.
Definitely do that.
The God Eater.
If this is a cautionary tale, your timing could use some work.
Might hit all 3. Let's try it.
You have earned this.
Say that. He's really not happy about it.
Your fate is... Your mother abandons you.
Take that out. Damage this guy.
This is a serious predicament.
Ah. There's a will, there's a way. We'll have to just hope we survive. Alright, we should survive this round.
Lilith must really want me out
He
of the
dazed me.
picture.
Good. Kill him. Grenade would be great.
The Elder Gods are clearly aware of Lilith's efforts. These beasts may look like her children, but they're only illusions meant to test your skills.
Do that again.
Welcome assistance.
I'm wounded. Go. Those two out. We've defeated 12. I think we can take one of these guys out.
I'm impressed.
Oh, beautiful.
They cannot possibly match your strength.
And damn it. So he's attacking him. I think Charlie might die. He should survive. Come on, Charlie. Good lad.
They're persistent.
I think Blade is honestly jealous that you're getting this extra.
He probably is, to be fair. There's two there. Survive for 4 turns. What have we got? We'll redraw that. Probably redraw that as well. Oh. Damn it. If we go there, do that. Pinball wizard.
Feel my call.
Bit of an overkill. Right. And then
Leave some for the rest of us.
Charlie's gonna die. Anyone but Charlie. It's a bit brutal, that.
If that doesn't make an impression on Autumn, I don't know what will. Good work, Hunter.
Yeah, I got it, lads. I've done it. Give me that blood gate. Look at that. Man's not phased.
Looks like
Word of power. Calling out to allows you to reveal all manner of history, all that mystery. Oh my days of mysteries hidden from you. No longer forgot structural events that can't be detected with the naked eye.
With a tomb's help, you shouldn't have any trouble uncovering the more elusive elements hidden throughout the grounds. Why don't you try out his blessing on that stone over there?
Oh, I've seen a lot of those symbols actually. Oh, I wonder. Nice.
Autumn, show me the way.
He has. I think he has shown you the way, lad. Oh, we're the lads. What is that? Oh, it's a haven. Let's go. Where am I? Here. Right, okay.
Something terrible happened here.
Something terrible, you say?
This area, it feels wrong somehow. I sense an old suffering.
Members of the local coven were persecuted here. And worse.
Witches?
Salem's history with witches may have been distorted over the years, but some things are true. The witches of Salem did their best to thwart Shaw, but he rallied his congregation against them. The catalyst of the infamous Salem witch trials. When the coven called out in distress, it was Lilith and Sarah who came to their aid.
Caretaker and my mother knew their powers could help others, and they did not hesitate.
Of course not, dear. Your mother was a gifted healer, and Sarah was never one to back down from a fight. They also knew the signs of Cthulhu's influence, and Shaw's sudden rise to power undoubtedly got their attention.
Cthulhu's corruption had taken root in the New World just like the colonists themselves.
And while Lilith and Sarah were still preoccupied in Transia, they entrusted one of the moon seals to the Knights of Wondergore, who brought it to the Coven with the hope that its power would reinforce them enough to deal with Shaw.
But that is not what happened.
Unfortunately, no. When the plague came to Salem, the same one that afflicted your father, Shaw used it to further agitate his flock by placing the blame squarely on the Coven.
And the witches?
The mob was vicious. And the rest is history.
But what about the moon seal?
After the trials, the moon seal vanished, along with Shaw. Without drawing any conclusions, I think we can both guess where it went.
If this was his church, then it is possible the seal is still here, or somewhere nearby.
You read my mind. Good hunting, dear.
Reveal. No?
Autumn does not answer.
No, okay. Yeah, I think it's worth a shot. It's meant to reveal, is it not?
Was this always here? I may have forgotten a few things, but I feel as if I would remember a decrepit church on the grounds.
You may not remember the structure, but maybe you've heard of the man responsible for it? This was his house of worship, and like a great many things on the grounds, Sarah preferred to keep it in a sort of mystic quarantine. Even I haven't been inside.
Is that all she did while I slept? Seal things off for our protection?
She can be overzealous at times, but in this case, she was right to be wary.
So, what dark secret does this place hold?
When Hiram Shaw first came to Salem, he was little more than a charlatan posing as a preacher. He managed to convince a few desperate souls to join his congregation, and with their help, he broke ground on this church. Whether it was coincidence or fate, in digging beneath the church, Shaw found something that would change the course of all of our lives. A long-forgotten page of the Darkhold.
If Shaw found a page of the Darkhold, it was because Kuthan wanted it that way.
I tend to agree. That cursed book is always seeking out a way to return its master to power.
And a power-hungry preacher makes for the ideal messenger of darkness.
Yes, Shaw was an eager study, consumed almost immediately by the whisperings of Kuthan and the Darkhold's power. Nearly overnight, the people of Salem, old and new, were at his threshold, waiting for the word.
Sounds like a great guy.
This must be Shaw's study.
Oh, she and her fast sister almost looked up.
Must not be her purview. She believes in our purpose.
What is this? Hunter's journal. What? Go on. Fair enough.
If it was here, Autumn would show me.
Oh, tarot card. Oh, it's Charles Xavier. The Hierophant? I'm gonna guess. Hierophant? Hierophant? Professor X channels his power to raise the knowledge necessary to be shared with his pupils. He holds in his hands the key to understanding. This card represents guidance and wisdom from a teacher. I think we can all agree Charles Xavier is a teacher.
This ward is not like anything I have seen on the grounds before.
And yet, it's familiar somehow.
Like the wards of protection that Wanda invoked to protect Dr. Strange's sanctum?
Very perceptive, dear. Maybe you should approach the good doctor and see if he has any insights. And Hunter, be circumspect. Dr. Strange is no fool.
Okay, I've still got my shades on, like, yeah, mate. Do what I do.
Autumn must not...
Need something, dear?
Tell me about Hiram Shah.
To think that a simple man like Shaw finding...
What do you know about my father?
That's not an easy question, dear. What would you like to know? Was he a good man? Yes, I think he was. Your mother loved him dearly, and he doted over her. I think for a time she forgot who she was, where she came from. And I don't mean that as a bad thing. She and Sarah both deserve to find something more than just another fight with Chthon. Lilith did. Sarah didn't. At least, not for a while longer still. I honestly think that's the only thing she ever had against him, blood or not.
Did Wanda...
I suspect she did. But if she discovered something, she didn't tell me. Until we speak again.
Till we speak again. Interesting, interesting. Very interesting. Wonder... She found the show stuff. Interesting, interesting. Come on.
Autumn reveals all.
Haha. Suspected witch, Martha Richards. A tree the villagers called the Life Taker. Its limbs held so many of the dead it needed to be fit with divine support. Right. 1 out of 6. It's a weird little land you've brought us to here.
Autumn be praised.
The Misty Graveyard. Margaret Adams. What's that green line? So where are we now? Over here. Honestly, I don't know what's going on anymore.
Fascinating.
Hey! The unplaced storm channels nature's power in the elements, harnessing a frightful storm with little effort. This card represents pleasure and prosperity and a strong natural influence. Why is the music changed? I don't like it.
The son of Gaia approves.
Must need a spell for that. Just another way back. Made terrible mistakes. Oh, she's getting more powerful. Three or four.
If I remember correctly, this is the grave of Will Walker, a notoriously vicious but effective vampire hunter. Blade would have liked him.
The Emperor. T'Challa stands guard before the different regions he battled for the title of Black Panther. This card represents ambition and leadership, the protection over one's own. Black Panther would be a sick character having this, you know. I'm glad I came down here. Hunter Journal. There's going to be a lot of exploring.
Goddess of Order approves.
Oh, it's legendary. Next blood gate.
I need to find the next moon seal.
Well, at least we found that. I think it's gonna be like I'm gonna have to do a whole like episode just on exploring now. Oh, sod it.
Oster smiles upon me.
Agatha's cottage. Who would have thunk it? Caretaker. Common chest no longer require an arcane key. That is beautiful.
Agatha's house. Ah, I see.
Yours is probably important, yeah. Odin. Loki's cauldron. Ho ho. Caretaker's journal. Cauldron experimentations. Bloody hell. Oh, young hunter. Caretaker of a child. Darkhold got lit off. The world. Yatu? I forgot how you say it. The Watcher is always lingering just beyond the world, observing and learning. This card represents accomplishment and becoming the whole, along with reaching the final of a chapter. Don't know how I did. I don't. Sure. I knew what I was doing the whole time.
Autumn be praised.
There's gonna be something later for that statue. Oh, it's the other side of the graveyard.
Autumn thinks otherwise.
Just gonna say, mate. Corrupt well. I think I need something else to start dabbling with these vines and stuff, you know.
Chthon's dark influence has tainted this well.
Oh. So I need somehow to deal with Chthon. Seems easier said than done. Same with here. just open all the common chests now. Don't need anything for them. We went there, didn't we? Oh, I hope I've been everywhere now. I was looking at that. We must have. Blocked off there. May as well go open all these common chests we found though. I've got so many recipes, bloody hell.
The son of Gaia approves.
Back here, wee. Thing is, now you've got to explore every area again, well, especially I do, in case I've got something we can do with it, like this.
Autumn reveals all.
This is Agatha's order. Oh. Can anyone remember what the order was? Please say this works. Let's go. We are living life today.
He sees our path.
Bloody hell. I feel like it could be so easy to miss something. Oh.
Autumn, show me the way.
Is there anything else I've missed? Still don't get what those symbols are. Wait. Yeah, no. When we get the spell to open like the cracks or whatever, that's when it's a long day. So every door is basically that. Oh. Missed that. Have I not been down here before then?
That is something.
You are a genius, lad. Stoik. Stoik the vast. Yeah, wait, I'm just doing things that I didn't even know what I'm doing.
I should have known you'd wind up here eventually. You were somehow always here as a child.
If only I had known him. And still you masked even this from me. My own father's grave?
It wasn't you I was hiding it from. I've been making a lot of apologies to you lately. Now, they probably don't mean that much. But I am sorry, Hunter. Lilith's relationship with your father went against our ways, our purpose, or so I believed at the time. It was the Elder Gods themselves who first breathed life into us. Human notions like falling in love couldn't possibly be part of their plan.
And then you met Agatha.
If only I'd realized it sooner. I might have been a little kinder towards him, especially at the end.
What happened?
A great sickness came upon this area just before you were born. Your father was one of the first to fall.
With all your power, the two of you could not save him?
Lilith was a gifted healer, but this was no ordinary plague. The corruption went beyond his physical body. In the end, there was nothing we could do.
What did Lilith do?
She did what anyone would have done. She grieved. But in her grief, she lost herself, and her grief turned into anger.
Is that when you took me from her?
It wasn't long after that. Things started to fall apart before my eyes. I couldn't see another way out but to run.
The plague that turned her into the mother of demons?
No, this was something else, but cut from the same cloth. Your mother was no longer the woman I knew. The sister I had fought alongside for centuries. She was gone.
I've never heard you talk this way before, Sarah.
It's hard to walk the grounds here without churning up so many old memories. Maybe now you understand why I don't venture out here that often anymore.
You were not affected by the plague?
We were all affected, whether we were among the sick or not. I'm sure there was a time when your mother and I both would have just as soon joined the dead than continue to watch the villagers suffer.
I cannot imagine you ever reaching that point.
Lilith may have been the most skilled herbalist in the New World. I saw her perform near miracles with the potions she concocted from the plants in her garden. She was consumed by the idea of finding a cure.
But she never found one.
No, despite her efforts, nothing ever worked.
I can see how that would be a dark time for both of you.
With darker times still to come.
Thank you, Sarah. Your timing may need work, but I appreciate the honesty.
Anything for you, Hunter. Anything.
If only it were always this easy to bring a family together.
Bringing Deadpool into the fray was your decision. I hope it was for the best.
What's wrong with him?
Tell me about my father.
Believe it or not, you could thank your father for those good looks of yours. There is a striking resemblance.
I only have the faintest memory of him. What was he like?
He was honest, a working man, you could say, authentic. Of course, I still didn't like him, but that wasn't really his fault. I'm old enough to admit that now.
But he loved my mother?
He loved her, and she was smitten with him. As the story goes, they were happy together. For a time.
Until I came along?
You were an unexpected gift, but a welcome one. Your father was very proud.
I wish I could talk with him now.
I know that feeling all too well, kiddo.
Don't like how she said kiddo then. What was I doing? Where was I? Who am I?
Autumn reveals all.
Another crack in the wall. Who would have thunk it?
He sees our path.
Oh, beautiful.
This is which sign? Autumn be praised.
Look at this. I'm collecting the keys. Kind of seems like I just know where I'm going, but I don't. I'm just assuming that every place, like, might have something. Is this where I came from? Yeah. See, like I told you, I know where I'm going. This chest is now free. Same with this one.
So, Deadpool's sticking around. Good thing we don't have an HR department.
What's wrong with him?
Thanks, Hunter. You're literally a lifesaver. I'll just lie low until my job is done.
Does your job always require you to steal art?
That's what the client wants, sure. Most of the time it's making people sleep forever. The forbidden nap, if you will. Mercenary work is a grab bag of awful stuff, and it rules.
Well, it is certainly a way to make a life for yourself.
It's not all sunshine and kittens, unless the job is at an animal shelter.
You hurt small creatures?
No, I only hurt people. Puppies have never done anything wrong.
Hurting people does not bother you?
I don't get paid to be bothered. I get paid to be cool and steal priceless artifacts.
The statue being one of them?
Stealing things isn't my usual jam, but money talks, and I sure love listening.
Can you tell me more about the statue?
Do I look like some sort of artsy-fartsy hipster to you?
Yep.
I am wondering why it was important to you.
Because looking at it made me feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
You and Sin were both after the statue, so it must be valuable.
It's valuable to my client, and that's enough for me.
Your mystery client, who you will not tell me about?
Unless I want to be on the receiving end of his punishment. Normally, I'd be into that, but he's too scary.
Scary how?
So scary that I took a magical portal to a stranger's house in order to stay away from him.
You are welcome to stay at the Abbey for as long as you need.
I'm gonna leave a Deadpool-sized impression on the couch. That's where I'm headed, unless you still want my attention.
I have questions, if you do not mind.
Sounds like somebody hasn't looked me up on the internet. Shoot.
How come I have never seen you without the mask?
It's physically glued to my face. If I try and remove it, my skin peels off like gum stuck on the bottom of a shoe.
That sounds unpleasant.
The mask helps hide what's going on under here. It ain't pretty, and I don't want to make people barf just by looking at me. That's not as fun. Or I can be honest and say there wasn't the budget for it. You pick whichever one sounds better.
I find it hard to believe you are ugly.
Hey now, I never called myself ugly. This is to protect the softies who can't handle what peak male hotness looks like.
What is your special ability? I have not seen it yet.
Just 'cause I can't shoot lasers or pick up and yeet a bus doesn't mean my power is invisible. Wait, unless I can turn invisible now. Hold on, let me try. Nope, still only got my super regeneration.
Regeneration? You are able to heal quickly?
My healing factor can basically bring me back from anything. No hand, no body, no prob. My cells are always regenerating.
That is incredible.
Makes the life of Merc a lot easier when you literally can't die. Sounds good on a business card, too.
Can never fail a job.
Can you tell me more about your katanas?
Oh, the girls? I'm so glad you asked. They never get any attention. Guns are so impersonal. I like using the old hack and slash approach with these puppies.
I also use swords. Using them takes much skill and strength.
I might not look it, Hunter, but I'm as skilled as hell swordsman. We should dance sometime.
With our swords or with each other?
Both.
Knew you'd say that.
Can you tell me why you're called the Merc with a Mouth?
My mouth is special, Hunter. I say all kinds of words with it. That's kind of my shtick.
I do not understand. We all have mouths. What does it mean?
It means I talk a lot, hence Merc with a mouth. I crack jokes and break the fourth wall so much that I may as well be the Kool-Aid Man.
Who were you before becoming Deadpool?
I was just a normal dude, except I had terminal cancer. Then I went through an experiment that was supposed to cure me, but surprise, it didn't. Instead of dying, I got the diagnosis of living forever because of a big oopsie done by bad people who turned Wade Wilson into this guy.
Wade Wilson?
Oops, that's me. Well, before all that crap.
It sounds like you have dealt with a lot, Wade.
Oh, don't even think about it. I have a badass superhero name for a reason.
Before we came to the Abbey, you said you were going to be DLC. What does that mean?
Deadpool living comfortably.
What?
What?
I misspoke. Talk later, Deadpool.
Stringing me along? How cruel.
I misspoke. Sod off.
So, the team encountered some new breed vampires up close. Your thoughts?
As Nico says, I am not a fan.
Right there with you.
Sin's involvement concerns me.
Same. I'm still not clear on why some Hydra forces left with her, and others served as vampire food.
Agreed. Hydra is involved with the vampires. It is not yet clear.
Don't worry. I'm gathering all the intel you'll need. Soon enough, we'll kick the new breed back into whatever hell they crawled out of. Anything else on your mind?
What can you tell me about this new breed?
Well, from a spotty centuries-old reference and the data we've collected, new breed vampires are basically fangs, claws, and a bottomless stomach. They live to feed. But they don't drink blood. They eat people whole.
Can they turn humans into vampires?
Well, they create new hemolisks from whatever they can't digest. Strain suggested some kind of dark magic regurgitation.
The boundaries of dark magic are ever expanding.
And gross. I won't mind if they shrink a little.
How do classic vampires differ from new breed vampires?
These Zoomer vampires are more outgoing. They hunt in packs and don't seem to care if anyone notices them. They have similar weaknesses, sunlight still kills them, but not everything lines up. No need to invite them in, they're happy to smash through the door. Oh, and while they don't turn people into vampires, they can infect classic vampires who then serve as portable hemolisks for the new breed.
What do we know about Sin?
Apparently, she's a vampire. A vamp classic, not the new breed. That was news to me. Before that, S.H.I.E.L.D. knew her as a decently competent Hydra luminary. Sin always got a ton of leeway because she's Red Skull's grandkid.
Red Skull?
The yin to Steve's yang. Founded Hydra, fought on the wrong side of World War II, and had a nasty itch for world domination.
Do you think Sin could be working for my mother?
She and Faustus used to fight like a sack of rats. Whatever her game is, Hydra as a whole doesn't seem to be a part of it.
Thanks, Carol.
See ya. Anything else on your mind?
Thanks.
But yeah, we have got a lot of recipes. Got a lot of enemies. A lot of enemies.
Ah, Hunter, I was just admiring the collection. Someone spent a great deal of time piecing this library together. I hope you don't mind me, having a look around.
Of course not, Doctor. The library is an asset to us all.
I see I'm not the only one who's taken an interest in these works. You haven't been getting into anything precarious, I hope?
I've found something on the Abbey grounds that I think you should see.
Oh, sounds mysterious. By all means, lead the way.
Why could you not just take me there?
I can't believe we're venturing this far from the Abbey, especially at night. It makes Tony nervous, you see. Not in the I'm concerned about your personal well-being, Doctor sense. I think he's actually more afraid of what might happen to my side of the forge without proper supervision. Which, to be fair, is a valid concern. You were right to bring this to my attention, Hunter.
We thought it resembled one of your wards of protection.
There's a reason for that. It's the same magic Wanda invoked in her attempts to protect the Sanctum. But what is it that you're chasing out here? These wards aren't something to toy with.
I will not know for sure until I get past this. Is there any way to dispel it?
Unfortunately, no. What good would the wards of protection be if they were so easily broken? But I have been wrong before, at least recently. Do you have any suspicions as to who may have conjured this here?
Wanda spent a great deal of time out here, and she had the power.
She does have some experience with these spells, but why would she do that?
The only way I will know for sure is to find a way through to the other side.
I'll think on it and see if I can come up with some way to assist you, Hunter. For now, though, you'll have to be patient.
That's fine. I'm not walking all the way back. Go here. Where's this chest? There we go. What on earth? There's a cat.
Catch any ghosts today, girl?
We have a cat and a dog. When did we have a cat? Against the cat, but where's the cat come from? Has anyone lost a cat? I feel like my game's just like slowly breaking. Can't lie. Bridge, reveal yourself.
Autumn, show me the way.
The Hanged Man. Bucky's restrained by Hydra, but waits patiently for the right moment to break free from the prison. In his world and in his mind, the card represents letting go of that which cannot be controlled, and adaptation. Bucky Barnes.
The son of Gaia approves.
Glad he does.
Now the blood sacrifice is what they have. It seems my offering was accepted. I have something for you.
Oh,
Oh, I actually do have him.
Here you are.
Wonderful. We can use it in the ritual.
But yeah, I need some more attack essence. I got that.
Yes, dear?
Jeez.
I have heard that Wanda's power comes from Chthon.
The way I understand it, as a child, Wanda and her family lived in Transia, not far from Mount Wundagore. Within that mountain, the dark god Chthon had long been imprisoned, his corruptive influence
And Wanda was affected?
Whether Chthon reached out to Wanda, or he found her by chance, I can't say. But Wanda was blessed or cursed by Chthon, touched by the power of chaos magic. While he had hoped to make her some sort of acolyte, she proved to be more capable than even he foresaw.
What can you tell me about Chthon?
One of the first Elder Gods, Chthon is said to have existed for tens of millions of years, well before the dawn of humanity on Earth. Believe it or not, he wasn't always the bastion of evil that we know today.
This story sounds familiar.
As the legend goes, the downfall of the old gods was actually brought upon by Chthon's brother Set, who found that by consuming his siblings, he could gain their power. After Set consumed Hypus, Chthon followed suit with the others, and in this way, many of the first gods also became the first demons.
How'd you find that out?
And how did he come to be imprisoned on Earth?
In the same way Hydra has worked to restore Lilith, various cultists of the past sought to revive Chthon to wield his power. When Chthon failed to cooperate, these same cultists did the only thing they could. They locked him away again.
What do you know about Transia?
Transia is your ancestral homeland, Hunter. The birthplace of Lilith and Caretaker. It has always been a sort of magical junction, drawing in every type of occultist, sorcerer, and even the occasional Elder God. The Abbey grounds still behave in much the same way, even after all this time.
And Wundagore?
Wundagore Mountain has always played a prominent role in whatever scheme was underway. Chthon himself is said to have created the Darkhold, deep within the caverns of the mountain.
What was Caretaker like when she was younger?
I'm sure it's difficult to remember now, but Sarah wasn't always the steadfast contrarian. In our younger days, she was much more enthusiastic about dashing off to save the day, not unlike some of our younger allies among the Suns.
That does not sound like the Caretaker we know and love.
Keep in mind, Hunter, Sarah has faced a great deal of loss in her time here. Everyone she ever cared about, in fact. I would say she's earned the right to be disagreeable, at the very least. She is a very strong woman. I'm not sure I would have held up as well, given the same circumstances.
Who were the Knights of Wundagore?
Another mysterious group of heroes in a world full of mysterious groups. Of course, I'm no expert on Transian history. I do know that the Knights of Wundagore were formed as a response to the growing threat of Chthon's influence near the mountain.
What exactly did they do?
Hydra was hardly the first to dabble in chthonic schemes. Many have tried and failed to awaken the Dark God. Over the centuries, the Knights fought alongside a number of allies who stood against the various crazed worshippers of Chthon.
You were there? At the witch trials?
Not initially, no. If I had been, I like to think I could have stopped them, before it was too late. I sensed something was wrong, and when the witches cried out in distress, I came to Salem as quickly as I could.
But Shah had already committed his crimes against them?
Yes. It was a devastating discovery. And for the longest time, I blamed myself.
But you see now it was not your fault.
I've come to understand that we must accept the past and move on. But that doesn't mean I won't always carry that pain with me.
I know that feeling all too well.
I know. And I wish you didn't, dear. I really do.
Good chat. Right, did I explore everything? I think so. Let me just look at the map. I've opened every single chest as well. Doctor Strange has just been left there. See you later, mate. Right.
Thanks again, Hunter. If you'll excuse me.
That's true. Where is his room? Iron Man. Captain Marvel. I remember that. Oh, similar to the one in Agatha's room. I didn't see his room. He's just not asleep. I want an armor stand. Yeah. Let's upgrade the fireplace. Hey, Charlie, it's lucky Charlie's a demon dog. Yeah.